Okay, I think the video is starting now, is it? Yeah, it started. Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how you can create your very own tornado particle and Garry's mod engine particle editor engine. And you can create two different things in this engine. You can create materials, is which we're not doing right now, or we can create particle. And so we're just going to create particle. If you want to change this, you can just go up to where it says tools, and you can just change to two different things, material or particle. And how to access this engine, I will tell you, is you either click settings or right click on the Garry's Mod tab on the left and click properties, and then click on the text box that's under launch options, that says the exact word launch options. You click that and you type in minus tools, like dash tool, like the dash button on the keyboard or whatever, the dash button, dash minus or whatever, next to the plus. Just type that in, and then you click play, and then type tools after you type that, and there's no spaces, just type it. And then after you type that in, and then click play, and you'll load into this. And so there, as you can see, there's nothing here yet because we haven't got anything prepared. And up here, you got 5 different things. Well, actually, if you go to material, you get, oh, it's still 5. Um, you get 5 different things up here. You get files. The new will enter your new particle system. This will open your previous particle files. As you can see, some of my tornadoes right here. Save. This will just save your particle progress so you don't lose it. Save as. This will save your particle as whatever name you created as. And then close. When you click close, this will just place you into this exact interface. And then recent, this will have a history of your previous visited particles. Clear recent, this will just clear out the history, so this would not be up here. And then exit, this will just exit you out this interface. And then you got the undo and redo. This will undo any mistakes you've done or whatever stuff you don't want added. This will redo any mistakes or stuff you want added. You got copy and paste, and then you got keyboard, whatever, all that stuff. You got pet. I'm not sure what pet does yet. View. You got properties, particle system browser, particle system preview, default layout. I don't think I've ever went to this before, but okay. But yeah, and you got tools. Like I said, tools. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna go up to the top left where it says File, and then click New. This will place you inside of well, this will place you inside of the editor. So this is where you can begin your particle system journey. So yeah. So as you can see, as you can see, we got our system up right here. And I'm gonna turn up the color. So if you look over to your right, you got like this render screen. This determines of what particle you're creating over here. And then over here is the stuff that you're creating and having different and creating different properties and stuff to it. So yeah, the first off we're gonna do is we're gonna save this, and you can enter your particle name. So we're gonna name this as we're just gonna go with something small. I'm just gonna say rope tornado. So we're gonna type rope underscore tornado. Once you type that in, what? Rope tornado. Now once you type that in, it will redo the name up here at the top. And so yeah, and so you go over here to where it says create, and once you click that, it will show you to enter your particle system name. So we're gonna enter something like. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the clouds first. So we're gonna rename this as wall cloud underscore flat. This will I'll turn my thing up real quick. So yeah. So as you can see, the particle system has been created here. And as you can see, there's a render grid, and you can turn this off or on, but I prefer to keep it on. So the first step to this is, the very first step I recommend is, make sure to switch this color to a gray color, because we're going to make something like a gray color tornado. Yeah, we're going to make a gray tornado. But this part, we're just going to make a wall cloud, and then the next video, we're going to do the funnel and stuff. So the first thought, we're going to go to render. How to access this, you just right click and you click add. The important thing here is you're going to add render animated sprites. And then you don't edit anything with that. Operator, you right click add alpha fade and decay, alpha fade and random. Color fade is optional. If you want the tornado to fade into any color, it's optional. Movement basic. Don't edit anything with that. Add movement lock to control point is very important. I was about to say optional, but it's not. It's very important. Movement rotate particle around axis. This is the part that makes this is the part that makes it rotate. All right. So we're gonna have a few more things to add. Radius scale. Radius scale is pretty much optional to add too, but I just add it for my specific tornado. Rotation spin roll is optional. Alright, so we're done off with the operator. Now we can go to initializer, and we got add alpha random. Lifetime random. Radius random. Now, radius random this determines how big the particle itself will be. So, yeah. Oh, I forgot. Position modify offset random. Add that, but don't mess anything with that. Position within sphere. Now, okay, for this part, this is really important. Hit the last number of the distance bias to 0 so that it doesn't form a whole sphere with the wall cloud. We want like something just flat circular. You know what I mean? And then distance max, we're gonna put this to like 3,000. Oh, that's 300. 3,000. And then 1,000. Put that to 1,000. So as you can see, there's nothing here yet. You just see a yellow sphere, but you're gonna see something in about a second. Rotation random. That is optional if you want to add it. Sequence random. I'm gonna just add it. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. And now we go to where it says emitter. Now this will emit your particle. So the important thing, don't add anything else. Not anything else. You only got this. Emit continuously. Emit continuously is the main one you'll want to add. Nothing else. Not the emit to maintain count, not emit noise, or not emit instantaneously. Emit continuously. This emits your particle. As you can see, there's nothing even there yet because we haven't. Lifetime random is the main thing that'll make your particle show. So we're going to do something like 15. 15. And radius. Oh, wait, I didn't add radius random yet? Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. All right. 500. 500. Now, as you can see, there's blocks, and that is not what we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to where it says material, and we're going to put in my favorite particle my favorite particle texture is effects slash fast underscore dust underscore sick dot mvt. Now this is the smoke texture for almost like many particles in Garry's mod. And the position within sphere, I gotta turn this down to like 300. All right, so as you can see now, the cloud, as you may be wondering, the clouds are not flat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to render animate sprites, go to where it says orientation type, and you're gonna set that to 3. This will make your cloud flat in a way, like this. You want a cloud this flat, just this flat. And so you may be wondering, the clouds are not rotating. So we're going to go to where it says movement rotate particle around axis and go to where it says rotation rate. And we're going to put this to like 10. Put that to 10. And there you go. So you have a rotating cloud. Now, if you want to like do something like an anticyclonic, you can just do -1. This will make the cloud spin the opposite direction. But we just want something like this. Also, I forgot what does this one do? Oh, that makes it spin out weird. Okay. Now I get it. Now I get it. So we just want something like that to where it just spins. Ain't that cool? Now, if you want, now we're gonna make the particles just a bit bigger. So you can go to radius scale, and this determines how big the particle will grow as it fades out. So for example, we're gonna put this at 4. The particles will now grow into like bigger effects, like bigger particles. And we're gonna go to render animated sprites. And if you want the clouds to be like kind of fast, you can just do the animation rate like that. But for my tornado, I want it to be realistic, so we're just gonna hit something like 0.01. This makes the clouds stay in that cloudy form, as you can see. And there you go. You created your very own wall cloud system. But of course, we're not done here because we're going to create a few more things for this wall cloud, as you can see. We're going to create something called, what the heck was it called? The base of the wall cloud. Now, of course, if you want to change the texture of this cloud, you can go to where it says effects slash smoke1 underscore smoke1 dot mvt. I think that's what it's called. Oh, it's missing text. Okay, hold on. Yeah, if you type in the wrong material or like a typo in the material, you will get this. You'll get the missing textures. Yeah, that's definitely not what you want. So we're gonna edit that particle. I think it was particle slash smoke1 slash smoke1 dot mvt. Yeah, there you go. So this is another like a particle effect that you can use for your particle system. But for me, I just prefer my favorite one, which is the fast dust, the fast dust stick. So I'm gonna make the growing a bit more faster for this one. Actually, I'm gonna turn it down so it makes this growing slower. or actually set to a 3. Okay, so there is your wall cloud. Now, if you want your tornado to be specific features, like have specific features, you don't really have to follow like every direct detail. You can make it your own way, however you like, whatever floats your boat. But there is your particle. So now we're going to create something called the wall cloud base. Now you can just duplicate this and just we're going to rename this wall cloud underscore base. Now it's just simple. All you got to do is go to position within sphere, turn this down to 1000, and we're going to turn down the emission rate to 8. Would 8 work? I kind of feel like the clouds are a bit too clumped towards the center. So we're just going to space those out. There you go. And now we're going to turn the orientation type to 0. So this makes the clouds have puffy like to them. And for this tornado, I kind of wanted to for the cloud the wall cloud effect to kind of move a bit faster. So we're gonna put it to like that. And there you go. Now we're going to create one last particle effect for the cloud, and that is called the wall cloud swirl. Or center. However you want it as. So we're just going to turn this all the way down to the 0. Orientation type to 3. Emit continuously. Emission rate, let's turn that down to 1. And now here's another particle effect that's my favorite. It's called particle / particle underscore cloud. And this gives a swirl effect to the cloud. Now as you can see, it's kind of growing out, so we're going to turn this down to just 1, so it stays as this. Now we want this to rotate, so we're just going to go to where it says rotation spin roll, and we're going to put the degrees up to 8. And there you go. Have your very own swirl in the sense. Actually, I'm going to turn that speed down to 4. It's still kind of fast. 2. How about 2? Alright, so 2 is okay. And there you go. You created your very own swirl effect. Now if you want all these particles to go in together, this is what you do. You create a whole new particle name. You don't have to add any particles. You just go to render animated sprites, emitter, and you go to where it says actually movement lock to control point. That's important. Initializer, you go down to where it says position modify offset random. This will make you can set this to how high you want the wall cloud to be. So for example, we just put this at 3,000. Now as you can see, there's nothing here. Also, we need to get rid of this. We need to get rid of this. So actually, that's just gonna put a checker mark. just forget it. But what you can do is you can go to where it says children, and you can just stack the particles in together to form into one system. I just already added that. Am I missing something? Oh, make sure to add this. Set child control points from particle position. This this will make the particle system float. And there you go. You created your very own particle system in Gary's mod. Look at that. That is your very own particle system. Ball cloud.